Hey everybody, welcome back to X-Plane 11. I am Bill and I finally got my Checkride scheduled. And along with that, I got my cross-country flight from the DPE, which I am about to try out for the first time here. I have actually done this flight in the sim on PIlotEdge before. It's like the very edge of PIlotEdge. So I have done this flight before, but there is a major curveball that my DPE threw at me that's hilarious. So he knows the owner of the plane, and when he told me what the cross-country flight was going to be, he said, okay, so me, you, the owner of the plane, and he actually said his daughter, which we ended up virtually kicking her out of the plane. He's like, we're going to go to Yuma, Arizona to take a look at a plane. We've got to go. It's for work. We have to get there. I said, awesome, man. That sounds fantastic. How much do you weigh? He says, I weigh 240 pounds. I'm a big boy. I went, oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, so you weigh 240. His name's Jeff. Jeff, I weigh 204 pounds, and the owner is not a small guy himself. So that's when we virtually kicked out the daughter, because there was no way we were going to make the weight and balance work really in any way to get to Yuma, Arizona. So this is, I'll pull up here on the iPad, and I think I have, let's pull it up here. So this is, yes, here's the flight, the first leg of the flight. This is going to hopefully get us to far enough down there to get some fuel. Ken, thank you very much for following. Welcome aboard. So this is where we're going to, and it's, what is it, El Centro? I don't even know. Imperial County. Imperial County Airport is where we're going to stop for fuel, and the reason we're going to stop for fuel is because this is our weight and balance. ForeFlight does a great job of depicting this and making it easy to plug numbers in and out. So I loaded up the passengers on there, so you can see we've got me, we've got my examiner, we've got Lucky is going to be the name of the owner of the plane, who's 270 pounds. That not only pushed the maximum weight up, but because he's sitting in the back of the plane, that moves our CG to the rear. And as you can see on here, we're actually just underneath everything that we need to be at. So maximum ramp weight is fine, and the takeoff weight is actually we're just under maximum takeoff weight by 1.4 pounds. Yeah, I could put him in the front, and that's fine, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, this is just kind of it's a fake scenario, so we're just say, hey, the real flight, you're going to be sitting up here, so let me plan with you sitting up here. I can obviously kick him in the back and move the center of gravity up. It's not exactly 30 pounds because of the arm distance, but it would be 30 pounds worth of weight moving forward, and 30 pounds of weight moving from the back. That would definitely help the center of gravity. We're within limits. It's just going to be aft, so that's going to have certain characteristics to it, and being able to explain what those are will definitely be useful, I think, to explain. I will have that scenario set up where I can toggle to and swap them. So, Ro, good evening to you. Yes, yeah, Ro. The good news is that the Checkride is scheduled. So I am just about to fly the cross-country flight that was given by the DPE and see if this fuel plan will work. So the only way to get this passenger loadout to work is 18 gallons of fuel. That is not a lot of time. And because of some various terrain, we've got to go up to 7,500 feet, and that burns even more fuel. So not only do we have not a lot of fuel on board, but we're going to be burning a lot of it to get up to 7,500 feet. And I have also got this little deviation, I guess, around this MOA here in restricted area, just in case. So if I plan for this, going around these special use airspaces and they're cold, I can go direct to the airport and save us some fuel. So that is kind of why I chose that route. And the check ride is the day before Thanksgiving. So November 27th, 2019 is the date that we have planned. So hopefully I'll have something to be thankful for the following day. Anyway, this is the flight. The first couple of checkpoints, he wanted to do dead reckoning. Again, I'm not going to do that on this flight in the simulator because I don't really know what I want to pick yet for dead reckoning waypoints. I am thinking probably Coto de Caza, which is an easy one. Top of climb is not going to be at the El Toro VOR, so I won't be able to use El Toro. So I'm thinking probably one of the lakes. Like Mission Viejo Lake will probably be one. Coto will probably be the other. And then something else on the way out here. There's a little private airstrip out here that may or may not be easy to navigate for dead reckoning. I will move heaven and earth to be on that evening. Thank you very much, Roy. I appreciate it, man. So that is the first leg of the journey. Now, in the real flight, we probably won't get past that area. But I want to be able to fly this flight in the simulator and be able to have an idea in my head of what it looks like and what to plan for in case something comes up as part of my planning process that might be good to mention, that might give them a good idea of where my thinking is at with planning a flight. And I would do this in the real world too. If I was actually doing this flight, I would do it in the sim and practice in the simulator. So that's like true to what I'd really be doing. What's up, Red? How's it going, man? Who do you watch? Well, that is man, just split them. Just split them. Max, I freaking love Max, so you definitely won't hurt my feelings if you end up on Citation Max. You should schedule the plane for Saturday so you can make the Catalina flight. I would love to. There's actually another flight on Saturday as well. So hopefully Arizona, I'll be able to sort something out. That would be definitely a good way to break in the private pilot's license for sure. Let's get signed in to PIlotEdge here and get this flight started. I have custom weather going right now, but we'll still use, I think it's still VFR technically, so I can use the ATIS still. Yeah, it's still VFR. It's 7 miles visibility. 7 miles in the simulator looks like crap, so I'm not going to bother with that. All right, 53176. Let's see what this flight looks like. Let's go into our weight and balance, and we are going to put in front seats. We got 205 in the pilot seat. We've got 240 in the passenger seat there, and we're gonna go, I'll probably balance this out so the two big boys aren't directly behind each other. And now we have 9 gallons, 18 gallons, 9 aside, and baggage. Oh yeah, we have 16 pounds of flight bags as well. So there's 16. Okay. Takeoff, I mean, it doesn't know where we're landing yet, so it can't really, it's basically just saying that's the taxi fuel. So that's right up against it. Let's apply that. Payload weight 731, that looks good. Fuel weight 108. let's check that with what we have here. Fuel weight. Does it give fuel weight? And fuel 18. I guess it only shows it in gallons, so that's fine. And then so takeoff weight is 2539. I'll pull up the iPad here so you can see what I'm looking at the same time. Hey Tech, happy Wednesday. Okay, so takeoff center of gravity 44.1 we have in ForeFlight, and that's 43.1. So about 1 inch off there, which is pretty close. Takeoff weight is 2539. Takeoff weight is 2548 on here. The actual empty weight is probably different on this plane. That's probably the discrepancy that we're seeing here. And I don't want to go in and start looking at that too much. Let's do tail number 1718. All right, so we have 18 pounds difference on the empty weight. So there's a little bit of a difference between these two planes in empty weight, which is skewing the actual total numbers. The percentages are still pretty close. We're right up against max on everything. Okay, let's go to Scratchpad Town, and let's get going. Okay. Parking brake, fuel's on both. That needs to be off. Make sure all switches are off. Okay. Let's go battery, beacon coming on. And let's go crack the throttle, mixture full rich. Fuel pump on for 1, 2, 3. Good. Lean that out. Throttle is still cracked, and let's turn it over. Sweet. Good start. Get the RPMs down below 1,000. Avionics coming on. Good. Jake, not long. We'll be up pretty quick.
East departure, taxi with Papa.
107 Bravo Kilo Burbank ground, runway 8. Taxi via Delta.
Runway 8 via Delta.
10730 at Re. Visibility 7. 20,000 scattered. Temperature 19er. Dew point 13. Altimeter 29er 8. Arriving and departing runways 20 left, 20 right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Golf.
Okay, so we got Golf. And we're going to want the El Toro departure.
0053 Zulu.
So we're going to be 080.
Visibility 7.
901 uniform, C-172 slant Golf, request flight following to San Bernardino, cruise altitude 3,500 with information Zulu.
4901 uniform, John Wayne clearance and departure, flighting 080, maintain VFR at or below 3,000. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 1451.
On departure fly heading 080, maintain VFR at or below 3,000, departure frequency 28.1, squawk 1451 for 01 uniform.
01 uniform, you back correct.
Okay, I gotta remember where it is we're actually going. Where are we going? Imperial County. John Wayne clearance, good evening, Skyhawk 53176, VFR departure request.
53176, John clearance, good.
Hey, Joey clearance Skyhawk 53176. We're a Charlie 172 slant Gulf with information Gulf. Like flight following via the El Toro departure to a little airport, Imperial County, Kilo, Kilo, India, Papa, Lima at 7,500.
That's your 176. Roger, you say you look for the El Toro departure?
Affirmative, 53176.
That's your 176. Roger, departure flighting 080, maintain VFR at or below 3,000. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 5741.
5741. And you're right, Yoshi, thank you. On departure, that's left heading 080 out of below 3,000. Departure frequency 128.1, squawking 5741 53176.
That's your 176, read back correct.
Setting for your written tech.
07
That's
Bravo
awesome.
Kilo, Burbank Tower, right turn on course approved, runway 8 clear for takeoff.
Okay,
Takeoff 107 Bravo Kilo.
Santa Maria Tower, 50552, Juliet, 2 mile right base for 30.
505, Juliet, runway 30, clear to land, wind 300 at 5.
Clear to land, runway 30, 55 Juliet.
Okay. All right. So let's go to the first. Just going to put in these VORs. The El Toro one, we really don't. We really don't need the El Toro one, but I'll put it
Southwest 1 LA clearance clear to the San Francisco Airport, summer 1 departure,
so that's already in
transition
there
on file.
actually.
Climb by acidic 17,
We'll
5,
get that heading once we are airborne. And then Julian VOR is the next one we're going to, and that is 14
One
dead.
departure is total transition. That's 5 copy of the acidic 17, 5,000. Departure frequency on 25.2.
14 dead.
53. Yeah, 5306 in the box. That's one.
Say no to Kilo. Yoshi, thank you for reminding me. I don't want to sound like an idiot. It's my goal every day. Every day I wake up. Don't sound like an idiot.
Approach 128.1.
Okay, so that's our startup. Pretty simple there. We're on ground. Let's go taxi. Drawing ground Skyhawk 53176 at ACI West, taxi to tower run-up.
Departure 176, showing ground. Squawk Low C, taxi tower run up via Bravo.
Tower run-up via Bravo 53176. Don't forget that. Say no to overused memes. That would be excellent. Okay.
Enter 193 Golf SoCal approach. John Wayne altimeter is standby.
Nice.
29908.
Slow, easy taxi. Well, it depends on what the overused meme is. If it's a good one, and it's overused,
Birds.
it's still okay.
903 Golf, clear direct Seal Beach.
Those were the days, Finbar. That would be kind of fun to like rewatch one of those old streams.
Approaching runway 02 left, 20 right.
All right, we're gonna
7 Bravo, Kilo Radar contact, connect SoCal departure.
Contact SoCal approach
we're gonna
107
do
Bravo
just a
Kilo.
quick little run up. Sometimes the simulator does have a mind of its own.
There's 7 Bravo, Kilo SoCal approach, Roger.
Things have changed.
997.
Everything looks good. With just so little fuel. God, that's terrifying looking. 9 gallons per side. Yikes. It does not... That is unsettling. Giant Ground Skyhawk 53176 finished at the tower run-up. We'd like to depart 20 left as well.
53176, roger. My 20 left, taxi via Bravo Kilo, hold short on my 20 right.
Alright, Bravo Kilo to 20 left, holding short 20 right at Kilo 53176. Get people to stop saying checking in with you direct Kilo India November Delta. What about oh yeah, oh you got the you have the with the checking in with you. That's a double up. So Yoshi, in what situations, because I'm aware of the say no to Kilo, but I'm also aware that in some circumstances the Kilo will prevent confusion with a VOR. And I don't know how often that is an issue or not, but I have heard that as kind of a caveat to the Kilo thing. Like if you're navigating, you know, to Santa Monica and you say, you know, Sierra, Mike, Oscar, but you're wanting to land, there could be confusion there. So I don't know how applicable that is, if that's even a thing.
Approaching runway 20 right.
Who cares? It's literally one word. Well, your destination usually isn't a VOR. It's usually an airport. But what if you're... I guess it's probably... I'm overthinking it. It's probably more to do with IFR stuff than anything, because if you're trying to get a IFR clearance to a VOR, like for over the top, or, you know, a VFR climb or something, you know, you want... You know, you're doing a VFR climb to the Santa Monica VOR or something like that. But that's probably getting into the weeds, and I don't need to think about it. Just don't use the Kilo. Joey Tower, Skyhawk 53176, holding short 20 right at Kilo.
53176, John Wayne Tower, cross runway 20 right at Kilo, runway 20 left at Kilo, clear for takeoff, 12303.
Crossing 20 right at Kilo, clear to take off, 20 left at Kilo, 53176.
Approaching runway 20 right.
We are clear.
Entered runway 20 right. 5,300 feet remaining.
And that'll be in the flight plan as a destination. Okay. So not anything verbally you got to worry about. There's a big old bump right there. All right, let's go. Hey Iowa, happy Wednesday. So there are the lights. We've got mixture is full rich. We are cleared on final. Runway is clear. Nobody's going to bother us. Let's do one
John
more
Wayne Ground says the 490.
Approaching runway 20 left.
Buddy. 4901 uniform.
Iowa, thank you so much for 17 months,
Entered
man.
runway
That
20
is
left. 2,500 feet remaining.
I appreciate the support immensely, man. Thank you. Okay. There is full power. We are max. Airspeed is somewhat alive. There's our rotation speed. And we're up. That's perfectly fine. There's our offset. Yeah, you do, Tech. This thing is not going to be able to climb out hardly at all. Okay, so there's
53176, radar contact and connect departure.
Going to departure, 53176. SoCal departure. Good evening, Skyhawk 53176, 700, restricted 3000.
53176, SoCal approach, John Wayne altimeter 2998.
176, thanks.
When's the check ride, Bill?
11/27, the day before Thanksgiving.
Nice. Good luck, man.
Thank you, sir.
I'm sure I'll be talking to you before then.
Oh, I hope plenty.
Unless my luck changes.
See ya. Right, yeah. So climb performance is not good if we're aiming for an airspeed. So sad. We're not getting far. There's 75. I mean, I'm usually trying to climb out at 80 in this thing, and if I try to get to 80, it's just going to be so limiting. Yep, we're going to Yuma, Red. Beautiful Yuma. Alright, so there's 80. That's 700 feet per minute, so that's actually pretty much what you'd expect. So just hold 80 right there. Let's get a little cruise checklist, get those lights turned off, everything is where we left it. This isn't right at all. Where'd that thing go? Did that process since we taxied, or was it just not set right? Probably the latter, if I had to guess.
107 Bravo Kilo connects to Cal approach 13514.
135.4, 107 Bravo Kilo.
53176, cancel altitude restriction, resume on navigation, maintain VFR.
Oh, now 53176.
And you said you're a flight following us?
Affirmative, 53176.
Roger.
It's a good thing you're only going to make it to your first or second dead reckoning point before you take off for maneuvers.
3,400 feet.
Yeah, I know. It'll probably be 3 checkpoints.
107 Bravo Kilo, Cal approach to Fullerton altimeter 200.
Where is the VOR?
2997, 107
Is it
Bravo
not
Kilo.
depicted here? It's like it looks like that might be. No, that's not it. Where the hell did they hide that VOR station? I've actually never seen it. Oh, it's right in the middle. There it is. All right, so it's right in the middle of the field. So that helps. So I can see that pretty easily if I actually was on the correct heading. Coming out of there, I would have been a lot closer to that field. So we could probably use that. We're gonna be in a climb, and calculating dead reckoning in a climb is kind of iffy, especially because we'll be lighter, so all my calculations will be based off of a heavier plane, so that I don't want to get too cute with it and start doing like calculations for the actual weight and balance or whatever. I want up to 7,500, which is such a frickin' slog. Yeah, no, in the checkpoints, that's kind of what I'm eyeballing here, Ryan, is my own checkpoints. The direction that we're flying, there's not a lot of good checkpoints. Once you get out of basically Orange County, it's just nothing. I mean, there's not much to see. So if I say, like, okay, El Toro's 1, I'm still on the climb, so I'll keep an eye on that. And I mean, the good thing about PIlotEdge too is you don't have to be on any direct line. You know, it's not like you're tracking a VOR and you've got to be, you know, whatever. I'm flying point to point. So there's El Toro, cool. There's my first checkpoint. My second checkpoint is going to be Lake Mission Viejo. So there's one. I can see that one pretty easily. And then Coto de Casa is the next one, which hopefully we'll be able to spot in the sim. It's a pretty distinct looking neighborhood. So we're at 5,000 feet right now, and I just kind of want to gauge roughly. I can obviously calculate top of descent or top of climb, but just looking out the window and seeing what's what helps. And with Dead Reckoning, that's part of, you know, you're splitting the difference between kind of like a precision navigation and just looking out the window. So it doesn't have to be a VOR, it doesn't have to be an airport. It could be, there's a freeway, there's a lake, there's a mountain. And it doesn't have to be something you fly over. It could be something, and frankly, you don't want it to be something that you're flying directly over because you can't tell when you're over it. So with Lake Mission Viejo, if that's on my GPS as a waypoint, I don't actually want to fly to the line. I want to look at, be able to look out the window. So there's Lake Mission Viejo.
91903 Golf, you should be on that
right to it.
049 radio
Stopwatch.
off Seal Beach, direct
right
to
there.
Sager.
So then my next waypoint
Golf on the chart. It's the
is Coto de Casa, and I can actually already see it, and I think that's probably too close, but I'm gonna stack them up anyway. So there's Coto. I'm still in a climb. I'm not really paying attention to the speed of the climb right now, but coming up on 6,000 feet, and I'm kind of pulling out of my angle here. So there's Lake Mission Viejo. Here's my next checkpoint is Coto de Casa. Just a super skinny, like crazy neighborhood. The houses here are insane, but private golf course in the valley there, not to be confused with this golf course. It is that one right there. And we'll see if we can hit this Taneja Valley private airstrip.
Southwest 1 LA ground, runway 24 left, taxi by Delta 7 and Echo.
Okay, so there's Coto. Ryan, it's a massive pain in the ass to do the timer thing, especially when you're doing it by hand. Luckily, for flight, you know, this is basically what you're creating by hand, and this is the nav log. So you're looking at your leg time. So these right here, you've got the time of the leg, and that is what you're going to be timing to make sure that you're at the right spot at whatever speed. Okay, so there's Coto. So we can see that. That's a nice long thing that we can look out at and go, okay, there's Coto. There's our next waypoint. So then to go to Taneja Valley, we need to be on a magnetic heading of 103. So I got to be on 103, which is like basically what we're doing right now. Actually, that's 103 roughly right there. And then, you know, we know that we're going to be 1 minute and 7 seconds. Or is that the right thing? Yeah, 1 minute and 7 seconds to get to that.
7 Bravo Kilo advised you have Fullerton in sight.
To that spot. And I think it's saying that we've already hit top of climb. No, okay, so we're hitting top of climb between Kodo and that airport. So that actually works out perfectly. So we're going to be up at 7,500 feet here, and I haven't leaned at all. So we're up here at 7,500, and then we'll start to speed up, and that will be reflected in that calculation as well. I realize you've been reading those wrong the entire time. Okay, so now we're leveling off, and I'm going to use the autopilot here. I don't want to have to wrestle with this thing. Okay, so there's our altitude, and there's our heading. And our cruise speed is 112 is what we planned for, so we're going to let the speed build up. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, the dial's moving in the other direction because you're moving in that direction.
Southwest 1 LA Tower, 124 left, clear for takeoff, 124
So on ForeFlight, you can see that we're a beam, we're parallel this track here, because I want to be able to look out the window and see my checkpoint. And you can see what I was talking about with regards to not having any good waypoints. There's nothing out here. So I'm going to be looking out at down here for this little private airstrip. It's dirt. It's going to be really hard to see probably. It's going to be up on this plateau, which is the Deleuze area, and it might actually be on X-plane possibly.
Kilo, radar service terminated, connect Fullerton Tower, 119.1.
119.1, 107 Bravo Kilo.
Looks like it's showing something. It's hard to tell if that is depicting Lake Elsinore or Little Star.
107 Bravo Kilo, Fullerton Tower, make straight over my 24, or my 24 clear to land.
So we're right next to this restricted area. We don't want to get too close to that. But basically, if we're looking at the timer and we're coming up, you know, like our speed checks out, we're actually a little bit slow. Even though we're like past red line. If we look out, see, but the lake times aren't even close to exact. If you're going to say, well, it's been 5 minutes, I should be approaching waypoint X shortly. They should be close. They should be pretty much exact if you've got the correct winds in there and everything's up to date, your altitude's up to date. There's what can throw it off is the climb performance, because that can be so you know, if you're not careful about climbing at a constant rate or a constant speed, that'll throw you off, which is why I really would like to not have to use checkpoints as I'm climbing. That's just kind of like a lot to juggle. But once you're up in cruise, you're just timing the legs, and as soon as you hit that timer, you should look out, and you're not like like looking around and then your alarm goes off and you look to see if your waypoint's there. You're looking for the next one. Like I'm got my head out, I'm looking, can I spot that private field?
Still got a bunch of good evening Southwest 1 coming through.
And I think on Google, I looked at it on Google Earth.
Southwest 1, SoCal
It's visible on Google Earth.
1-3000.
It's going to be kind of a pain in the ass. On this.
1-3000 Southwest 1.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. That little line right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. That line, that is my waypoint. So the real world is going to be a little higher definition than this. It's a little bit tricky of a spot, but that is something that I could probably pick out for sure. You don't have to be perfect, no, but it's backup if you don't have any other means of navigation. So it's kind of like a more precise pilotage, where if you're looking out and going like, okay, I got to fly down this valley, and you fly down that valley, but like how long do you have to fly down that valley until you hit that river? And then once you hit that river, then you turn onto this heading, and how do you know when it's the right river? But it doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but I think there is an ACS standard for that. I'd have to look it up. I want to say it's like 3 miles, and there might be like a time standard as well for that, but there's a bunch of variables as well. If you're planning a flight for 740 pounds worth of guys in your plane, and then you're actually doing the flight with only 450 pounds worth of guys, how that's going to dramatically change the performance of the plane, and therefore your times are going to be off. On my check ride, I literally just had to find where I was without the GPS. Yeah. All right, so we're past that point, and so now our next spot is this Charlie Lima 33. And that's kind of really just a little kink. I could go direct to Julian if I want right here, but I have this waypoint on there. I can use it if I want to for Dead Reckoning, or I could just keep going to the Julian VOR, which is 14 dead right here. So let's go dark here with 4-flight.
53176, connect approach 119.6.
19.6, 53176. SoCal approach, Skyhawk 53176, 7,500.
53176, SoCal approach. Good evening, the Palomar altimeter 30 inches even.
30 even, 176. Yeah, I will definitely try not to
Southwest 1, connect LA Center 133.2.
Okay, so DG looks good, finally there. And we want a 2 indicator, because FRUMs are for frickin' punks. Going here. What's that? 105. I mean, that's almost exactly where we're headed. Maybe like a flick or two to the right. So let's keep an eye on that and see if we can navigate to this without 4-flight. 4-flight is going away. I am under the hood here. Looks like I need to go a little bit more to the right. So nav 1, excuse me. Nav 1 is tuned to the Julian VOR, which is 114. Can we hear it? Short to the point answers don't answer a question that wasn't asked. Yeah, I don't think you can. I don't think it does it. But yeah, it's right. It's obviously right in here, which is fine. So we're tracking whatever we're doing right now. We're tracking directly to it, and it looks like it's moving a little bit, kind of oscillating a little bit, which is very unsimulator-like. Actually looks kind of real. So we're just trying, because we're on the 2 indicator. By the way, the DPE said that he was flying with a guy and had a check ride with a guy that was navigating towards the VOR and had it in GPS mode
24 heavy, Las Vegas,
and thought he was doing great
Airport,
and not realizing that it was in GPS
climb by the SID, squawk 3140.
Push on the V button. Push the V button on the GPS. It doesn't do it. It doesn't do it. I thought for sure.
24 heavy, back
I thought for sure that did something. But I know some planes will play the Morse code. But yeah. So yeah, this is, and I'm gonna actually kill that too. I don't want to see the GPS thing. Uh-oh, who's joining the party? Rocco45, thank you for following. Welcome aboard. Pushing the volume knob turns on the ID, at least in the real. Yeah, I don't know why this is not playing. I mean, it doesn't really. But it's still tracking okay. I mean, there's very, very little wind, so our magnetic heading and course are going to be pretty close to one another. I think they were like 2 degrees off, which is super. It's a 283 radial. You can see the reciprocal is about 2.8 and a bit, so that looks good too. 30 miles out from it. The speed. Definitely not getting the fuel flow that I was planning on, so that actually I realize is something I need to fix. It's not good on the mixture. It's like way pulled out for the red pack. I tried not to touch the mixture on this thing because it's so goofy. The newest beta version, I think, fixed a lot of the mixture, the fueling issues. So hopefully when that gets released, I haven't downloaded the beta for it, but hopefully we'll see some improvement on that. But that fuel flow is at least more realistic. We were running pretty rich there for a while, so we're going to be really close on the fuel. Which I won't be doing in the real check ride. We're not focusing on a lot of that stuff. This is still,
Golf, contact John
this is still looking good.
126.8.
3 golf, jet wing tower, runway 20 right, clear to land, the wind 230 at 4.
Dude, look at that, man. So nice, Finbar. Finbar has been crushing it with the liveries lately. The F-33 looks amazing. Finbar, your 377, is it right? 377. Friggin' awesome. Absolutely love it. And this one is obviously freaking awesome. Okay, so looks like it's starting to peek out to the left a little bit. Miles out now. Is our speed looking still not what we had planned on the speed, but at least the fuel flow is now at a realistic level. And we don't actually have to fly, we don't have to stay on the same radial either. It's not an ILS. We just need to be going direct to the station. So if I line it up there, you know, to get it centered, you know, we can move it a little bit to the left. Well, he's not going to have, he's going to say that the navigation, the VOR navigation is fly direct to. That's all they're going to ask you to do. Just navigate to a VOR. Oh yeah, I don't have, I mean, I should be okay with the fuel because I think we're going to go right through that, the MOA. What is the name of that? SoCal approach, Skyhawk 53176. Want to see if that Kane West MOA and Romeo 2510 Bravo and Alpha are cold tonight.
53176 for you, they're cold.
That is great news, 53176. Thanks.
Glad I could keep you happy.
So they're cold. We're going to go direct to. I am starting. Yeah, who would have thought that PIlotEdge MOAs were going to be cold tonight? I'm starting to wonder now how close I actually am. If I'm like, this is staying pretty happy for a while now.
Road Delta runway 16 taxi of Alpha.
Hoping I'm doing good. Yeah, GPS has got DME. both of them, so I got both of them entered in there. So this is that airport we just went. Are we going away from that? I think I don't want to look at the map, but yeah, Charlie Lima 33 was our next little waypoint. Let's see if I still don't remember where we're going. The name of that stupid thing is. That's where we're going eventually. Nope. That's not right. Or is it? No, that actually might. No, that actually might be.
Bravo Delta, bullet tower, roger left, cross for departure. Approved.
Yeah, close to the radio that we're set on. Like, it's not bouncing all over the place. Everything is actually looks pretty stable and nice. The speed is really slow. Like this, there's a mismatch here with the RPMs, the speed.
93 off, roger, taxi the ramp flight at Bravo, remain this frequency. That's the path to the I-6.
Realistic, but so the closer we get to, the more sensitive this thing is going to be. So I'm going to have to stay on top of this radial a little bit. We're only 11 miles out, which really isn't on top of it, but it's still getting closer where this is going to get a lot more sensitive. I'm sure there is a calculation that Yoshi knows for the distance between each radial spoke at a given distance from the station, and it probably involves calculus and
Metro 1524, runway 26 right.
pi.
Taxi via Charlie.
I know you know it, Yoshi. If he's still there. Well, this is a great looking flight, right? Let's peek outside a little bit. Happy Wing View Wednesdays. Shenanigans, you got five more hours left? That's pretty sweet. Beautiful. Oh, I got it. I just need 5 more hours to have 5 hours. All right, so at 5 miles out, let's peek. Let's see where we're at. We're at 6 miles. Reread that. Hilarious shenanigans. See, we're getting a little bit more sensitive now. All right, there's 4.5 miles. Let's see where that VOR is at. Well, 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 would you look at that? That is actually pretty awesome. Just dead on it. Let's see how this for-flight track looks. Kind of making some corrections there. We got some wind happening, but that is pretty good. We're gonna end up just dead on that freaking...
Looking really good, though.
Thank you, Brad.
We're looking good. Oh, we're looking good.
I, of course, love the Brad one, but I think the Tony one is my favorite. We're looking good. Oh, we're looking good. Okay, sweet. So that looks great. Now, we have this little airport here that we're going to get rid of. We do not want that on the route anymore because we have talked to the controlling agency and have determined that the Kane West MOA and the R2510A
Metro
Alpha
1524 heavy, Las Vegas Terminal
those are cold. But we also want to keep clear of that airspace too. That's a Naval Air Station. We're going to give them a wide berth and figure out what winds are doing here. Winds are calm, and we're going to go to full screen, and we're going to go to the ADF and see if there's a wind calm. Runway. Let's see. Traffic advisories, Imperial West. I may not look through this too much right now. If winds are calm, I mean, we'll probably we'll go runway 32 just for simplicity's sake. We'll just do left base into 32. But if there's a wind calm runway, which is probably 32, we'll figure that out. Just missed the barrel. Alright, so we just stay on this heading and pretty much go straight there. I do have this VOR in here though. I forgot the name of this VOR, but where is it on the chart? Imperial 15.9. So we can go 15.9. I think 15.9 is where we want to go. Is that picking it up? Oh no, that's nav 2. That's why. 15.
53176, connect LA Center 128.6.
128.6, 53176. Los Angeles Center, how you doing? Skyhawk 53176, 7,500.
53176, LA Center, the Imperial altimeter 2988.
2988, 53176. Okay, so there is the Imperial VOR, and looks like we're at 100 even. So let's move left a little bit. What is the airspace around IPL? The MOAs, the restricted areas? Able Bravo,
94 Delta Bravo,
MOA.
approach picture from the Avalon Airport to the Limburg Airport via the Santa Catalina VOR, then it's filed.
Or the, oh, you're talking about the actual around it. That's just the,
departure frequency 127.4.
I think it's
squawk
saying that it's echo.
4 hold for release.
Because the time probably. I haven't looked at that airport hardly at all, so I really don't know. But I mean, it should be Delta.
For Delta Bravo, Roger, the I-8 and your
Yeah,
reback is
it's
correct.
a
You
Delta.
advise me on this frequency only number 1 for departure. I'll have a release for you at that time. Frequency change is approved.
Maybe. I'd have to look at it. I think... Well, we can click it. It's not doing it. Oh yeah, it is Echo. Ground to... Ground to 1799. 1799 all the way up. That's awesome.
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
Oh yeah, PPL time.
Hell yeah, PPL time. Below minimums, thank you so much for the subscription. Happy Wednesday to you. Is this your, are you on break at work, or is your shift over? Man, there is jack and shit out here. 6 p.m. class is over, nice. We're flying to the VOR, which is actually not on the ForeFlight line. We've got a little GPS line here, so I can go around the Naval Air Station for pattern entry, but we're navigating basically right towards the VOR. Well, we're glad you're here, and we're glad class is over. How's our fuel situation? Are we going to land with 30 minutes of fuel? Probably not. No, it's an Echo. It's an Echo to 17999. Imperial County. The Naval Air Station next to it's Delta. Also up to... No, that one should be 27.
Good evening.
That one should be 27. 25.
Below 1,500.
So that's 25.
Your frequency 120.55.
Yeah, and this dude is ground to 17,999. I don't know if I've ever even seen that. That's kind of a fun one. Play around with some
478 call front
clouds down there.
And your reback is correct.
Yeah, it is weird. That's a unique one. Class Echo from the surface is typically for instrument approaches. Yeah, and there's Delta extensions too, right? On some airports. Or am I not? Am I mistaken? Because here's some Echo extensions at Palomar. I knew about those. I think there's another one up here that's got an extension. I can't remember which one. Was it Van Nuys? Yeah, Van Nuys has got one too. ATC cannot control aircraft in Class Golf. don't think there are delta extensions. Oh, you think there are, but they're rare. Okay. Got it. That's a goofy one. Yeah, what is it? It's and there's a couple little dudes up here. So yeah, this is just a specific airspace. Let's see, like where it is depicting up to 18,000. Obviously, ForeFlight has it. Unless the,
478 Golf Santa Barbara ground runway 15 right taxi via Charlie.
Unless the magenta dashed line means that anyway. We'll do some exploring on that later. Yeah, no, I get that, but I don't know where, other than the ForeFlight indication, where it's telling me on the actual chart that it's up to
1524. Sorry about that. Connect
we might not have ortho down here. It's about to get ugly.
1524. You're far enough out now. Just connect
solid magenta line is a ForeFlight thing. No, yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know the solid one. I'm talking about the dashed one. Like, is there anywhere that says up to 17999 on the chart other than the ForeFlight one?
Metro 1524 heavy use with you for the 190.
Or if the dashed,
center, can even climb and maintain flow level 280.
The dashed magenta line
280 Metro 1524 heavy.
Doesn't.
Yeah, don't be afraid to wake me up if I let you get that far. It's pretty obvious I've forgotten about you at that point.
Okay, no problem.
I see. Okay. Class Echo is always ends at 7. Okay. I see what you're saying. So the dashed line, it's not where it goes up to, it's where it starts at. So the dashed magenta line is surface echo.
A good pilot is always learning.
Got it. Okay. I was thinking about it backwards. I was thinking about it from like an airspace, you know, like an airport airspace going over the top of it, you know, where it starts. But you're right, yeah, echo just goes up to 18,000. But it's the dashed line that brings the echo down to the airport. Got it. Whereas the airports here, they're in Gulf airspace below 700 feet. Right. So this is, that's in Gulf. This little bit right here is Gulf at 700. This is at 1200. And then this is immediately echo. Okay. Got it. Duluth fly. What's happening? Exactly, and Westmoreland is Gulf to 1200.
478 Golf Center, over tower, runway 15 right, clear for takeoff. Okay. 24 Delta Bravo, SoCal approach, ident.
Yeah, he'll definitely ask about the
Delta Bravo, thanks for the contact, a mile west. And Catalina, maintain 5,000, and I'll get an altimeter here for you in just a second.
It's one of two, isn't it?
And on altimeter 3003.
Still tracking pretty good for that VOR. God, I hate that there's no ortho here. That's fine. DP did in my route of flight when we went to park, or there's a handful of coaches. Well, thank you, Duluth Fly. Sometimes I don't know how straightforward it is. Or professional. Actually, I'm not sure about either of those, but I appreciate that. That's at least what I'm aiming for, to a large degree. But we sometimes, to borrow a phrase, land a little short. Well, I'm glad you like it. If I had any goal doing this, it was to do something that I wanted to do, that I would have fun doing, and if people enjoyed it, that's a bonus. Whatever was going to keep me doing what I'm doing right now. And have you guys provide some extra motivation for doing this. Well, below minimums, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it means a lot that you guys hang out and help, because I could be doing this off of the stream, you know, and taking notes and thinking about things and looking at the charts and everything, but to have the live feedback where if I have a question, you know, I can ask you guys, and it's freaking awesome. Dark Lord Taku, what's up, Jeff? I will say you have competition for me now. That cat guy raided on Monday and made me a mod for his channel. Nice. That's that can be a spicy mod job. That is awesome. But yeah, so to be able to have a question and answer it immediately, then you know that's awesome. It makes the learning process much easier. Okay, so I'm gonna start making my way a little bit south.
478 Golf radar contact altitude.
And I'm also
478 Golf thanks, connect Santa Barbara departure.
Start bringing her down.
Destination ASOS is 132.175.
Pretend like we're going to grab that.
478 Golf, Santa Barbara.
There's a lot of concentrated aviation knowledge. That's awesome. It's
478 Golf, just checking in with your call sign and approach frequency. Really doesn't help me much. I need altitude on every check.
For anybody, whether you're learning or licensed as much as you want to be, this is like such an awesome way to keep, you know, in a hopefully fun, relaxing
cancel the altitude restriction.
You know, keep the stay sharp on some of the knowledge that you might not always use. Look at the fuel. Coming up on an hour worth of fuel. The dog, Matrix Dog,
Angel 4 arrival.
Matrix Dog, hello man.
Angel 4 arrival.
Thank you very much for following. Welcome. Someone told me this is not Batson. You are correct, this is not Batson. Tom, happy Wednesday. Oh yeah, the both fuel selector is freaking money. Just set it and forget it. For some reason it's a little bit lopsided, and I think it's probably because the left side of the plane is weighted more, so it's like tipped a little bit more to the left. But yeah, Duluth, it's pilot.
324 Delta Bravo, SoCal approach, John Wayne altimeter 3000.
Probably going to get an ortho in here because I feel like I will be back. I feel like I'll be back to this spot. I really screwed myself on the mixture, the fuel flow. We're making up for it now. We've got 700 feet worth of fuel to save. Thank you, Duluth. You might as well keep going to Phoenix. Just keep on trucking. We gotta get fuel anyway. I just want to dump these ballasts that I have in here. It might be okay. It's showing that we've got 10 gallons right now, which is an hour left of fuel, and we're 14 minutes from our destination. So that should leave us with 45 minutes of fuel, which is cutting it closer than I would normally like to, but it's still...
Number 1 Mike Alpha, runway 29er, clear land.
Leaves us with 45 minutes left of fuel, and we only need 30 minutes of fuel. God, who plans a flight with 30 minutes of fuel on reserve? That is pucker town, dude. God. So close, man. Ugh. So if I do this again, I'm gonna be on the mixture and like really just fly it to the fuel flow. I think that'll be a little bit better. I really ignored it because I usually do on this plane. Something I got that, in my opinion, is just as good as ortho is the UHD mesh available for free on the org. I was flying south from Junction toward Moab where I had 0 ortho, so it was still absolutely perfect. It's a good idea.
Venture 1524, connect LA Center 126.35. 126.35, Venture 1524 heavy.
Our pattern is... So the field elevation here is negative 54, so that's cool.
LA Center Metro 1524 heavy is with you. We're just about to descend from 50280.
Venture 1524 heavy LA Center, the LA altimeter 3000.
3000, Metro 1524 heavy.
We still have this VOR, which basically is going to set us up for a nice approach into Imperial County. So we can still fly directly to that VOR. But we're going to stay clear of the Naval Air Station, which looks like it's right there, nice and flat.
Bravo Delta, Canyon Tower. One Bravo Delta, roger, and a right down,
Yeah.
121, report midfield.
I mean the 250, 258. Yeah, you don't need to do anything super fancy like that. You definitely can. What are we going to end up crossing at anyway? 258. when that thing crosses over, we turn towards it. Yeah, Bloominums, we did kind of a cheater version of Dead Reckoning before.
1 Mike Alpha to pass for the
basically
Cat 0,
just checking out what my waypoints were going to be. I'm navigating off of 1. Here's the radio right there. Turn onto it right about there. Oh, see how your heading established in the OBS was westish. What's wrong with OBS 1? I was intercepting a radio briefly. Now we're heading towards it. Oh, the reciprocal? Yeah, that's fine too. I mean, I'm looking at the reciprocal of it right now. Then we're gonna dump off flight following. Oh yeah, well you just want to be, you're saying to fly on the 2 indicator instead of from, right? Yeah, reverse sensing is a pain in the ass, and I usually, at this point, if I had scenery, you'd be able to see the airport right now. So at this point, I'm not trying to fly to this VOR. So if I'm looking briefly at this chart and seeing like, hey, 250, 258, you know, if I'm trying to intercept a radial to stay south of that Bravo, that's, you know, I can quickly dial up 250, not have to think about the reciprocal math, which I know is super easy, and then just turn onto the needle. So I'm not, at this point, I'm not flying towards, not using that heading, or I wouldn't be. I'd be looking at the airport here, which I think is right over here. And this shit is flat. There it is. All right, so there's a little bit of a 3D. We got some 3D stuff, man. It is.
Bravo Delta, runway 21, compliant, 1 call. Metro 1524, contact SoCal approach 132.37.
132.37, Metro 1524 heavy.
Air 78, call, contact Whiskey approach 124, please.
Los Angeles Center, Skyhawk 53176. Would you like to cancel flight following?
Sir, 171 Mike Alpha, left coast traffic approved, report vessel each time. Wind calm, runway 29 clear for takeoff. Sir, 1 Mike Alpha, you said report cancellation, I'm not sure what you meant.
Inside, cancel.
Report Newfield, report Newfield down.
Yeah, I gotta get some scenery here. This is super hard to see. Los Angeles Center, Skyhawk 53176. We'd like to terminate flight following.
Sir, 17 British, please terminate as block V5 frequency change.
Alright, frequency change approved, 53176, see ya.
Metro 624 Super has the comfort LA altimeter 3001. Are you landing north or south complex?
Oh yeah, I know, it's really weird, right? Like the echo ring goes like around El Centro. It's super strange.
Left approach. Information vector is current.
Imperial County traffic. Skyhawk is 6 miles to the south. We'll be entering a left base for 32 full stop. Imperial. So we're coming up on. That lines up almost exactly with the final.
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
What's up, White Lake? Thank you. 13 months, dude. That's crazy. White Lake, thank you so much for the support and the subscription. That is awesome. Imperial County traffic, white Skyhawk 53176, 6 mile final 32. Imperial. Is this 6? 4 miles out 32. Imperial. There's not a lot of stuff going on out here, huh? Bunch of trim. And let's look at the freaking fuel. Oh my god. I think we're still going to be legal, but that is crazy.
One mile final runway 32.
Imperial traffic. Skyhawk is 1 mile final 32 Imperial. Can really feel the weight of this thing now. It's still friggin' heavy as hell. Cannot wait for that updated version of this so we actually can slow down. There might be some improvements to 1130 itself, but it doesn't seem quite as bad, but still. 72, and that's faster than you want. Anytime now. just a high-speed taxi down to the fuel pumps. Don't want to be too hard on the brakes because they will be cooked. Alright, so what do you think? Fuel. Imperial traffic, Skyhawk is clear of 3-2 at Alpha 3, taxi back to the pumps. Imperial. Imperial flight services. I didn't even look at the where the fuel pumps are. I think it's over here on the left. Yeah. You think 6 gallons? It's got to be. I feel like it's more than 6, but you're probably right. 310 gallons to Yuma, exactly. Okay. Alright, Tech, just in time to see how we did on fuel. It's coming off. No, I proposed the stop for fuel, which is why I wanted to check it out and just see how it matched up, see how close it was. I didn't do a good job of simulating the fuel flow, so I don't think it's going to tell me much, but just for fun, let's see what we did. And the winner is below minimums for exactly 6 gallons. Look at that. 6 freaking gallons. So that would actually, we would actually be legal. That's is freaking crazy. Surprisingly. I don't believe it, but legal, but definitely not safe or smart. Well, I guess safe is relative. Smart, I would say legal, but not smart. Oh my God, that's really funny. Okay, so now we're gonna load her up with another. Why does this thing do that? I don't want 90 gallons of fuel. Okay, so there's 9 gallons in that one and 9 gallons in that one, and apply. I mean, you don't have to land with 30 minutes of flight time. You have to plan with 30 minutes reserved, technically. Yeah, you're correct. But looking at 6 gallons of fuel in the tank coming in, if you have to go around, if there's any, that just like that does not. I don't even like the thought of that. Okay, here is Imperial. Yeah, 3 gallons per tank. F that, dude. F that. I mean, you still have like 1.5 gallons in there extra of unusable sloshing around in there, but still, that's like, it's not smart. Okay, so now let's go to, I'm going to make sure that this is saved. And then we're going to go to IPL. Okay, IPL to Yuma. Add that to the route. This one should be very straightforward. It is 2 VORs basically in between each other. And that one's not really even necessary, but cool. Let's see, let's check the maintenance thing here and let's go, we can refill that. Okay. I don't think there's like a quick way to like cool the engine down. I know you can heat it up. You're good to go. Okay. Beacon coming on. We're gonna just really quick on that one. I don't know how, I can't remember how this thing does hot starts, if it really cares one way or the other. Okay, let's go. What avionics are on? I have my avionics are off, bro. Alright, whatever. Apparently it thought the avionics were on. So our frequency out of here, LA Center 28.6. Okay, that's already in. All right. Lean that thing for taxi. And this is 60 nautical miles, 34 minutes. So we could go down and back and then refuel back here. Top off on our way home. I have a feeling I'll be dropping off the two gentlemen with the plane that they're coming to look at. Imperial traffic, Skyhawk is taxiing to runway 32 for departure. Stupid avionics thing. Okay, oh, that's not a taxiway. Excuse us. Getting fuel at a strange place, how long would you let it settle before sumping the tanks again, just in case? That's a good question. Anybody have any tips on that? Because I know when Brad and I went up to Big Bear, we refueled it and then went in, and you know, it was probably about 15-20 minutes before we resumped it. About 10 minutes. So really, I mean, like by the time you go to the bathroom and stretch your legs a little bit, you'd be fine. Yeah, we definitely need some more of those out here. Imperial traffic, Skyhawk departing runway 32, departing to the southeast, Imperial. Okay, clear left, clear right, lights, camera, and action. that's also not taxiway over there either. This is one ugly ass airport scenery. Look at those buildings on the right. It's really bad. And now we're at sea level. That's so weird. Imperial traffic, Skyhawk is right crosswind 32. And Imperial traffic, Skyhawk is turning right downwind 32, departing to the south. Imperial. That looks fine. And we'll probably just go up to 3,000 feet. 60 miles. 3,500. Yeah, 3,000. So we're kind of going like right into final for 3.2. So I'm going to stay on this frequency for a little bit, at least until we get up higher and over that VOR. Even though getting flight follow would be helpful. Alright. Imperial traffic, Skyhawk departing to the south, last call Imperial.
Bravo, SoCal, Brittany, take off altimeter 3003, spec 15, runway 27 approach.
Let's maybe just stop at 3,000. Los Angeles Center, good evening. Skyhawk 53176, 3,000 feet above the Imperial VOR. Flight following to Yuma, please.
49 around 5 shots, I'm right at tower. Report missile right now on runway 30. The 478 calls contact Burbank Tower 118.7. Calling for V450, you must take call sign.
Skyhawk 53176.
Skycloud 3760 Cal, Christian Los Angeles, Fox 6040 right now.
6040 176.
478 Burbank Tower, straight in runway 8. To land on variable at 4.
16.8.
478 Golf affirmative, straight in runway 8, clear to land wind, variable at 4. 5316, your radar contact over Imperial VOR, maintain appropriate view for altitudes Imperial altimeter 2989er.
2989 or 53176, thank you. Ah, piss.
Let's
get back down. That'll help us speed up.
TV 1 Delta, clear to Las Vegas Airport. Parks for departure, Peach Springs, transition is filed.
500 feet.
Maintain 10,000, accept flight level 2610 minutes after departure. Departure frequency, crash in Los Angeles Center, will be 124.85 and squawk 2573.
All right, let's check for flight, see how we're doing here.
Bravo, that'll be back correct, 50 taxi.
I feel like our gyro is probably not perfect.
Fernando Alpha Foxtrot, runway 30, clear land, wind 30 at 3. 360 Romeo, runway 21, clear for the option.
Okay, that's better. You don't want to go into Mexico. What window is that showing Sky Vector? Rocco, that is air server. So this is just pulling up. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but this is so it's mirroring what it's actually probably better to show something black. Yeah, so there it's mirroring what I'm showing on my iPad. Oh yeah, which is right what below said. It's fourth lane. So we have, similar to. I mean, it looks like Sky Vector because it's just the chart, obviously. But we also have, the GPS location. We've got the moving map. We've got E6B plotter, fun stuff here, and all these. A lot of these points are interactable, like the airport. We have all the airport information here, weather, forecast, winds aloft, FBOs, all that fun stuff. Didn't even check to see what the fuel prices were there. That's pretty good. I'll take it. Get some discount fuel. Oh, these stupid rep pack. Okay, we're cruised up now. Let's get
378 Golf X to Brigham Charlie. Have a wonderful day. Pass for the Cat 8.
Bobble Bill is back in the house.
04 Delta Bravo, turn right heading 190 row.
As soon as this flight is over, I'm going to get a couple of orthos out here. This is depressing.
3,800.
And I bet it actually looks pretty cool. Because it's probably desert, and desert comes off really, really good in orthos. See, what's our altitude here? 213 feet. 1,213 feet pattern altitude. Assignment from her, but the winds are calm. We'll see what the wind calm is. Look at that. Yuck. Yuma approach coming up 24/7 looks like. Yuma approach. And 19.3 is our time.
32nd November, runway ground, runway 20 left, taxi to Alpha Hotel, Charlie Kilo.
That should be the border.
4 Delta Bravo, turn right, heading
yeah, I think that's the border.
Runway 27 localizer.
That's kind of cool. That would be really cool. Below, if you've been over there, you've probably seen the border. I bet that looks awesome from the sky. Kind of creepy though.
01 Bravo Delta Canyon Tower, runway 21, clear for takeoff, wind 0503. 4 Delta Bravo, you're 2 miles from Vida, maintain 3,800 till established till 5 to localizer runway 27 approach.
Yeah, it's got to look pretty cool from the sky.
Yuma approach 125.55.
125.55, 53176. Yuma approach, Skyhawk 53176, 3,500.
Yuma 5376, Yuma approach, Yuma altimeter 2991.
2991, 53176.
Santa Maria Tower, left coast traffic approved, report facility time 1300, runway 30, clear for takeoff.
2.3, altimeter 29901, arriving and departing runways 21 left, 21 right, 26, 35, ILS runway 21 right approach in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial
Romeo, you've already been given the option to get that to you on the crosswind turn.
Yuma International Airport, 8, information Yankee, 02570.
If you weren't already clear when you reported missile, that would have given you the clearance or stated your option clearance. Report Delta Bravo, 118.3.
118.3, 94 Delta Bravo.
1 Bravo Delta, contact Los Angeles Center. Yeah, 1 Bravo Delta, Los Angeles Center, radar contact 6 miles southwest of Canyon, VOR Canyon, altimeter 3019, or climb and maintain flight level 260.
About 20 miles
correction, climb
to
and
go
maintain
before
flight
we
level 230.
can make the turn.
Sir, 1 Bravo Delta, correction, climb and maintain flight level 230.
And this airport is tucked in there nicely.
Sir, 902 Delta Bravo, Lumber Tower, runway 27, clear to land, wind 350 at 4.
Is this an ortho? Totally is. So I have just have a random Yuma ortho out here and missing this whole block. Got it. Roger that.
Runway 30, clear for the option. The instruction was make left traffic, that's right, Jack.
Kind of stand corrected on the,
on Mike Alpha Santa Maria Tower, report missile right down runway 30. There, 176, just confirm you have Yankee.
Yeah, we have information Yankee 53176. Looks like it's that's it right there. Yeah, that must be the border right there. That's pretty crazy looking. Is that a road? 19 miles from the DOR. We should be able to cut the corner too once we get there. So our fuel situation is looking fine.
Destination ATC is 118.8.
It turns the corner right up there. I don't see the airport yet. There's some civilization there. That's for sure. Not close enough. Mr. Dub Nasty, happy Wednesday. What do we say that other approach was? 24/7.
6 second November lane tower, runway 20 left, kilo line point.
19.3 is tower.
95 runway Charlie, contact SoCal approach. 060 Romeo, runway 21, clear for the option.
Departure Mooney 905 Romeo Charlie out of 1,200 climbing 2,000.
They can see this river on the chart.
Runway 20 left kilo,
Not
kilo, first take off phone call. Star 1 Bravo Delta, contact Los Angeles, Center 124.62. Air 905 Romeo Charlie, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 4,000.
Climb maintain 4,000.
15 minutes before Thursday. Getting close, dude.
360 runway 21, clear for the option. Sir 490 for Foxtrot, I did give you the option clearance, correct? I believe I gave you the option clearance when you were on crosswind, but in case it didn't, runway 30, go for the option.
This bobblehead is so funny. It's totally the side of my
Bravo
head.
Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain flight level 260. Star 4 Delta Bravo, taxi to parking via Charlie, remain this frequency and pass for the I-8.
Alright, we should be coming
Star
up.
176 Yuma Airport is between your 1 to 2 o'clock, roughly 13 miles, report in sight.
We have the airport in sight, 53176.
Star 176, call V4, contact Yuma Tower, 119.6.
Alright, Yuma Tower, 53176, yeah. Just trying to say.
Alpha Foxtrot, where are you going? After 49 Alpha Foxtrot, you appear to have flown through the final there, and you're turning toward oncoming traffic on the right downwind. I need you to make an immediate right turn back for the crosswind, the south side for the crosswind. I've already given you the option clearance twice, but in case you did not hear it, you do not fly into the oncoming lane of traffic per se, which is the opposite pattern. You would simply continue on, turn your base, final as normal, and if you don't have your landing clearance by the time you would go missed, you would go around while trying to contact ATC. You're continuing to the northeast, so I guess if you're exiting the pattern, frequency change.
Alpha Foxtrot, I apologize, I didn't hear the clearance for the option. I'll just depart the pattern. Thank you.
Yuma Tower, Skyhawk 53176, 3,508 miles to the west of the Bard VOR with information Yankee full stop.
01 Alpha Mike, runway 0, clear to land, William 3003.
And that was for 1 Mike Alpha, clear to land, runway 30.
No, 1 Mike Alpha, affirmative.
Okay, so here's the border.
36 second November, start for late handoff, contact circuit departure.
Departure, 6 second November.
For 5 runway, Charlie, turn right and 355.
Yuma Tower, Skyhawk 53176, 6 miles to the west of the Bard VOR, 3,500 with Yankee full stop.
Sir 53176, Yuma Tower, join the right base for runway 17. Runway 17, clear to land when called.
Okay, right base for 17, clear to land at runway 17, 53176. Great. It definitely does seem like a hot mess tonight, doesn't it? Probably because it is a hot mess tonight. Oh, I bet Yuma has some awesome VOR approaches. Why is my
Skyhawk 171 Mike Alpha, clear runway 30, taxi to the SBO.
November 1 Mike 5 runway, taxi to parking via Alpha and have a great night past the date.
Alpha to parking, thanks Mike Alpha.
Your 5 runway, showing up approach request. No 5 runway, showing clear check, Soul Beach, depart Soul Beach, heading 350.
There's our runway.
And expect ILS runway 25 after approach.
Inside. Oh, then I do it. This is a goofy ass airport. Gonna be a long ass final. Plenty of fuel this time though. Look at that. So much fuel. Can't even believe how much fuel we have. Yeah, we gotta get rid of these guys for sure. God, it's gonna feel like a rocket ship. Inaugural flight December 12th? Dude, that's awesome. Do you have a discovery flight planned? Is that what you're talking about? Is it your first time in a small plane? Yeah, there's a sweet spot though, Iowa. There is definitely a sweet spot. First time trying to learn to sim too. Nice. Well, watching people stream helps a lot. That helped me at the beginning, big time. Perfect. This is perfect. That leg is nice too. We got 2 VORs. Basically sends you right around the border, which is perfect. That's pretty straightforward. First started following John flight. Nice. John is an awesome guy.
Bakerville Tower, Skyhawk 60 Romeo going
1 mile final runway 17.
Thanks for flight.
There's 60 Romeo runway 2 clear for the option.
Clear for the option for runway 2160 Romeo.
Let's see if we can lasso this thing.
Second November, turn right, direct Santa Catalina VOR, contact about
I don't even know where we're parking. There's a tower, so maybe somewhere over there.
Sir 5, Romeo Charlie, contact Sir California 124.9er.
Oh yeah, we can stop before that one easily. It's not that over there either. One of those.
Sir 1 Bravo Delta.
That looks pretty good right there. There's some fuel choice.
And Box Progression, maintain flight level 240. That is 2nd November, Calibration Catalina, altimeter 3003, common maintain 16,000. Romeo, with your readback, it sounded like you started saying something else, and I think I might have cut you off. Say again.
Yes, ma'am. I was just reporting
no, this is the last
21 for 60 Romeo, and I'm turning left crosswind now.
60 Romeo, roger. Runway 21, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 2160 Romeo.
Here.
Thanks.
It's just kind of a narrow little taxiway here. That's weird.
905, Romeo Charlie, Circle Approach.
The frick are we?
905, Romeo Charlie.
This Zulu 3?
The LA altimeter 3001, fly heading 320.
Yep.
2nd November, contact Los Angeles Center 128.6.
Let's go to, I guess, Martha Taylor hangars. Yuma Tower, Skyhawk 53176, clear of 17 at Zulu 3. Heading over to Martha Taylor hangars.
So 176, I started parking the Zulu 3.
Alright, Zulu 3, 53176, thanks. That's where we're going, but it's fine. Sweet. Well, there is my full check ride cross country done. In reality, I will be doing probably 20 minutes of that. Definitely not this much of it. I will not find myself in Yuma with almost 600 pounds of extra guy.
Flighting 275, joining runway 25 left localizer.
Yeah, we'll probably get like 2 or 3 points, I would imagine, before we peel off. But this is more in preparation for the oral. Being able to experience some of it and understand a little bit of, you know, what some of the hazards, airspace considerations are, and do it all in a non just looking at magenta line kind of way. Actually experiencing it in 3D and having a better understanding of what flight would look like. See you, Geneva. Okay. All right. 176, safe and sound in Yuma with only 18 gallons of gas possible. That is hilarious. That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for helping out on that. It was great having the extra 50 eyes, 25 sets of eyes on there. Yes, with friggin' avionics damage, even though avionics were completely turned off. What happens is with the avionics switch is if I turn it off on my panel, which they're off, right? I mean, like here's the masters are on, avionics are off. Avionics on, avionics off, right? But the switches here still show them on. So sometimes when there's a disconnect between the two, it'll actually think the avionics are on, and it gives your stupid overload bus voltage crap warning on there that isn't actually anything. But luckily we have a really good maintenance guy that we know here in Yuma, so he'll set us up with a nice new avionics package. Awesome. Well, thank you guys again for helping out with this. You'll probably see me flying to Yuma maybe a couple times in the next few weeks. I will definitely not be doing this over and over again, but maybe once, maybe twice, but probably just once more. So thank you guys again, and have a great night, and make sure that you say hello to my good friend Max. So let's get you over to Citation Maximus. All right, guys, have a good one. Peace out.